John 11:28 says this. After she had said this, she went back and called her sister Mary aside. The teacher is here, she said, and is asking for you. We all know the story of Mary and Martha and Lazarus. We all know how they called for Jesus, and Jesus did not come until Lazarus was gone and Lazarus had been buried. And today I want to focus on one simple thought. If you had been here. When what God promised to us seems to be dead, we tend to get disappointed easily rather than to remain positive in faith despite all the situations that we are facing. Sometimes you may really feel lost, or you may feel that what God promised you is dead, but God will chase you down and never let you go. You all remember Lazarus. Most of us are familiar with the story. Now, when Martha told Mary that Jesus was calling for her, she went to meet Jesus. When Mary met Jesus, she fell down at his feet and cried. Maybe you are in the same situation like Martha and Mary this morning. Maybe you have lost a loved one. Maybe you have lost a dream. Maybe you have lost a job or something very dear to you. Maybe now you are waiting for Jesus to come, but seems like he has been ignoring you. I want to let you know this morning that he is not ignoring. In fact, he is very close to you at this very moment. Whether it is a matter of empathy or not, people who are close to you will often feel the burden that you are carrying. God wants you to know God is with you when you're crying. God is with you when you are praying. God is with you when you are struggling. God is with you when you've lost your loved ones. God is with you when you've lost your job. God is with you when you've lost those relationships. God is with you when you are standing on your own. God is with you when your heart is broken. Remember that today. We all know the story. Jesus came back and Jesus essentially spoke Lazarus' name and he came walking out of the grave. But initially, their response was, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. How many of you are there this morning? If you had been here, Jesus, that dream wouldn't have died. If you had been here, Jesus, my son wouldn't have got addicted to drugs. If you had been here, Jesus, my daughter wouldn't have failed out of school. If you had been here, Jesus, my wife, my husband wouldn't have left me. But I'm letting you know right now that God is here with you while you're crying, with you while you're praying, with you while you're struggling. He said, after she has said this, she said, I believe that you can do anything. But the one thing that we have to understand is that although that dream may seem dead, although those relationships may seem like they're gone, although your son or your daughter may not be doing what they're supposed to be doing, maybe your finances not working right. Trust me when I say God is with you. And God is leading you through this tough patch in your life. Don't get discouraged. In fact, be encouraged. We don't know what God has in store. So don't think about if you had been here. Think about Jesus. I know that you have been here. Now, what is it that I need to do? Think about the proper perspective that you need to have in this situation. If you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. And Jesus' response is, I've been here the whole time. And he spoke to Lazarus, and Lazarus came walking from the grave. What do you need Jesus to speak to today in your life? What do you need Jesus to speak to today in your life? Think about that today, on this Monday morning. As you're riding to work, as you're meditating, as you're praying, as you're thinking over and reflecting on what is going on in your life over the past 10 months. Think about that. What do you need Jesus to speak to today? Be blessed and have a